Happy Black Friday. Man, I haven't been off on Black Friday in years. I can't even remember last time I was off on Black Friday. On the vacation calendar at work, you know, all the top senior people always soak up Thanksgiving and Christmas weeks before anybody has a chance to do anything, you know, so especially with all my transferring around through the years, never really had the seniority to get it unless something strange happened. But today, I won't bother this homeless person sleeping over here. We're all ready for Christmas around here. Just me and the birds. Yeah, this was my long weekend at the post office today, you know, Friday and Saturday this week, and had a couple people cancel Thanksgiving week. Well, one guy retired, and another guy canceled it. I found out. I'm glad I found out when I did. Just happened to be by the supervisor's desk. Nice annoying motorcycle. Sorry for those of you who love loud motorcycles. I hate them. But I think the one guy been off having a lot of surgery and stuff for a long time. I think he just burned through all his leave and couldn't take it. So it's the only problem with getting here before sunrise. All the birds are here and making noise. My wife went in early today after being off yesterday because they had the truck come in this morning, so had to go help unload the truck. A few tiny sprinkles right now. Cold front coming through today, so later on it's going to be a little cold. Not cold, I should say, a little bit rainy. Tomorrow is going to start getting cooler. Since my wife is going in early today, probably be getting done around 2. We were thinking about maybe going off to Universal Studios later this afternoon. I don't know if we'll do that, or maybe wait until Sunday when she's off again, or maybe tomorrow afternoon, who knows. But yeah, my topic for today was how nice it is when you have a good Filipina, you know? Everybody always talks about finding the ones that are scammers and the ones that putting on airs all the time, you know. That's kind of the thing that got me thinking about this was, you know, my wife telling me when she was over there in the Philippines. Everybody always calls her BB over there, but people were like, "Wow, our BB is back. She's like the same BB she always was." You know, it's everybody's used to, I guess, people going off to, you know, some foreign country, United States or whatever, and then coming home and acting like they're better than everybody else or something. I don't know. And I guess they thought that maybe that's what she was going to be like. Just watching all this stuff change colors. Don't know how well it shows up there anyways, but yeah, they were all surprised that she's just the same down-to-earth, friendly person she always was, you know. And I understand why they would think that, you know, why it'd be an issue, because it is definitely something that happens. Been fighting a sore throat and stuff. Have to drink water. But so many people, you know, they go off to another country and then they go back over there and want to act like they're better than all the people that they knew before, you know. And it's kind of funny. My wife, even before she came over here, there were people who, you know, like, well, she'll never go to the United States or whatever. She'll some of these poles this thing doesn't want to sit on. She'll never be able to pass her interview, you know, and stuff like that. I don't know why they think it's some kind of like it's not like you're, you know, taking a quiz on quantum physics or something when you go to the consulate for you know, your interview to come here to the United States. It's basic stuff, you know. As long as you have you know, good, clean criminal history and no kind of issues with your attitude, and go in there and being a jerk off, you know. And I don't know, it's just, for her at least, it was always, everything was pretty straight ahead, and I made sure she had all the paperwork right. She had all kinds of stuff that she needed on her end. She had what she was told to bring, and it was a pretty quick, painless process, you know. It's the same thing whenever she went into for her interview here to get her citizenship, you know, last year in America. Super quick, you know. We waited around, and then she went in, talked to the lady. I think she answered like 2 or 3 questions. And then they spent the rest of the time showing each other pictures of their cats and stuff, you know. And but yeah, she said that, you know, she told the lady that we were kind of surprised how quick the appointment came back after we had applied, you know, sending in all the paperwork and all of that. And the woman said, well, first of all, she had kind of an unusual name, you know. Not too many people named Maville, you know. And plus the fact that it, you know, so it was easy to find her, you know, criminal history and stuff like that. And she had like a perfectly clean record and all of that. So it just made it a lot quicker, simpler process. And then, but like I say, once she got there for the interview, they just sat around and talked about, you know, their cats and stuff. And then they were going to have the swearing in ceremony later that day. So we hung out for that, and that was it, you know. But it was amazing. Sorry, I was worried I was going to be sick all weekend because I didn't feel too great the other night. But it's amazing how many people really kind of feel like if you're over there and you're leaving to go to another country or something, they want to try and run you down and treat you like you're crap, and say, well, you'll never do this and you'll never do that. It's like this one girl that my wife knew. I don't know if she was like a distant relative or a cousin or something, or just somebody they knew. You know, was always saying stuff about my wife and talking about how hell she'll never do this, never do that. And you know, it ends up you know, she's the one who's still stuck there in the Philippines, you know, with like a kid that she has with some foreigner and stuff, and not going anywhere. And meanwhile, you know, my wife is over here working in America, has her citizenship, a U.S. passport. You know, we just built a house over there last year and all of that. And but it's amazing that you have to go through stuff like that when you come over here. A lot of people, you know, the backstabbing, you know, people talk about in the Philippines, you know, like the crab mentality and stuff. You know, people see you climbing out of the bucket, they want to reach up and grab you and try to pull you back down, stay there with them, you know. And it's just really sad. You know, people talk about that phrase, you know, the crab mentality, and it is a real thing. You know, it depends on who you're unfortunate enough to know, I guess. But I don't know, I think maybe that was part of the problem, or the expectation with some people, thinking that my wife was going to go back home acting like a jerk, you know, just because she was, had a U.S. passport and a nice new house and stuff. I guess maybe they thought she was going to go back over there and want to act like she was better than everybody else. So if you have, a relationship with somebody, it definitely pays to have a good one, a good Filipina, as they say. And if you do, you're not going to be the only one that notices it, All the other people that you hang out around with, other people who are married to women from the Philippines and stuff like that, they're going to notice too. My wife and I the other day, we went to this one hot pot place and we saw somebody there that kind of like used to be friends, and one of these people that's just always going from one clique to another and burning bridges with the last clique she was with and stuff, and then treating everybody like crap. Even though, when we were hanging out with her, I thought, man, she's a nice person. But people get in these things where they want to be a part of a certain group of people because they think it makes them look more sophisticated or chic or whatever, and then they just start running down other people and treating them like crap. And unfortunately, that's kind of a common thing. The pressure, I guess, for a lot of people in the Philippines is just to try and prove that that they're part of the upper crust or something. And a lot of people, they're carrying around, I think, a lot of insecurity is where it really comes from. They have that insecurity about themselves, and I'm just a little province girl or something. And it's not just the girls, it's the guys too. And they want to try and prove that, I'm this, I'm that. And, you see the importance that they place over there on all the little, certificates and stuff from school and things like that, and trying to show that you're making something of yourself, and people can get really, down on themselves, a lot of insecurities, and that's how it shows, by trying to drag other people down. Instead of just trying to work to better themselves and achieve what they want to achieve and where they want to go, their way of making themselves feel better is just to try and drag other people down and make them look smaller. And that's sad. But when you find the right girl, you're not the only one that notices it. Everybody notices. That's even people back here, My wife was gone so long from work. Like I said in my one last video, I think she was off something like 40 days from work. And she came back, all her regular customers that she used to see every day, they're like, oh my goodness, we thought you were gone. Wondered where you went. Everybody's so happy to see her back. Because that's just the kind of person she is, she brightens up people's days, and she's just a happy, nice, friendly person. And I have to say, having known some people over there who weren't like that, and who were kind of the bad ones, if you want to put it that way, when you find a good one, it definitely makes a difference in your life. So I don't know that I can give you any kind of super sage advice about finding the right one. I'm not going to try and do that, because you never know. You can be doing what you think are all the right steps and find somebody who's not the right one, because the people who are out there looking for you and targeting you and wanting to find specifically in this case, if we talk about, marrying a foreigner or something, the people who are out there looking for that, and that's their target, these girls, they're pros, man. They know exactly what to say and how to lead people on. And if you jump into something too quick as far as any kind of permanent attachment to them without making sure 100% that everything is okay, you're going to have issues. as lots of people find out. It's amazing how many people we know over here that they think they got the right one, and the person leaves them, runs, or they're always running off with other people, other girls to other places, and going off to other cities and hooking up with other guys and stuff. Yeah, you know, it's just not worth it. If you get the wrong one, life can be hell. That's the way it is everywhere, no matter where the woman is from, obviously. I think I'm going to start walking back up toward my vehicle. It's starting to get some little showers here. Might go out and get a little local video for Black Friday. I don't know. Actually, I'm happy Barnes & Noble opens at 8 o'clock today, I guess, so maybe take my wife's iPad out, work on some of the stories that I've been working on. There's got our sleigh here. Working on a couple of novels, so maybe I'll do a little work on that. Take my wife's iPad. I used to do everything on my Windows laptop, but now that I've been converted to the Apple family with all the iPhones and my Mac at home and stuff, everything's on the iCloud. So my wife's got this nice iPad with the case that has the keyboard and everything, you know. So I guess that'll be my big Black Friday today. Don't know what the rain is going to be like this afternoon, if we're going to take off to Universal or not. Could be a little cooler the next couple of days and no rain. Anyways, those are just my thoughts on how wonderful life is if you find a good girl. Those are some of the things you need to think about, though, being involved with somebody from the Philippines. A lot of stuff going on in the background with their associates and batchmates and family and stuff. And a lot of people, when they see your wife achieving her dreams, it's going to make some of those other people jealous, you know, and they're going to say things. But it's nice. If you get the right girl, everybody's going to see that she's above all that. Anyways, see you later.